In the world of competitive fighting games, there's one game that's a bit of a dark horse, but still undeniably one of the most popular fighting games in the space. Super Smash Bros. Attracts millions of players to compete in tournaments all around the world. My name's Magic, and I've been in this scene for over 20 years. All that time has given me enough experience to conquer one of the most common goals among competitive Smash players, to make it onto their local power rankings. However, I began to think and wonder what it's like for new players and what their journey would look like to put in the hours of practice and study in order to hone their skills and eventually become recognized in their community as one of its top players. So I set a challenge for myself to make it onto my local PR entirely from scratch with a character I have never touched before, to shape my own journey and start from the bottom until eventually making it onto PR once more. You're watching Super Smash Boomers, and this is PR from scratch. Alright, so the votes are in. Let's go and reveal which character I'll be taking on this challenge with. The character who received the least amount of votes was Peach. Peach, being arguably the best character out of the bunch, would have been the path of least resistance for this challenge. Her gimmicks are not as complicated as the other two characters, and is probably easier to learn from a fundamental perspective. And between the last two characters, the vote was really close, having a difference of only 4 votes. Duck Hunt received the second most amount of votes, so that's not the character I'll be playing. Duck Hunt was a character I could see myself picking up anyway if I wasn't taking on this challenge, so I guess it works out in the end, as I'll probably pick up Duck Hunt sometime in the future anyway. Of course, that means that Shulk is the character that won the vote. He's a character that I probably would have never even thought about touching in this game. Not only is Shulk a sword fighter, and I've never even played a sword fighter in any other Smash game, he's a sword fighter with a really complicated gimmick. Shulk was probably the most complicated character on this list, and he's probably the most interesting one, so I understand why you guys voted for him. I'm pretty excited that he won, as this will be a very unique challenge for me, and he's probably going to take me outside of my usual element, forcing me to adapt to new situations or view the game in a way I've never even thought of before. But with all that being said, let's get started. My first tournament with this character starts in just a couple of hours, so let's go to my first resource on learning a new character, hopping onto YouTube and watching a basic guide on the character. Okay, so let's try to learn Shulk together. I've never played Shulk before. In fact, there he is. In any of the Smash games, I've never ever touched Shulk at all. And I've never really even played against Shulk. I think I've played a total of like 3 matches ever against Shulk. He's definitely not a common character. So let's see here. I do know a little bit. I know his neutral air is really good. Yeah, kind of like Cloud's neutral air in Smash 4, except he starts it from the bottom up instead of up down. Forward air. Try to get. I definitely want to practice when to start doing aerials, as to not have it not come out in time and just be stuck in lag. So that's something I'll have to focus on, especially today during my sets. I'll probably be practicing mid-set a lot. That one seems kind of tough to time. Oh, that's something I definitely should practice right now. How far his up B goes so I don't get punished. Okay. Oh, and I guess big thing, of course, is his Monado arts. Smash, Buster, Shield, Speed, Jump. Smash, Buster, Shield, Speed, Jump. Kind of like T-posing on them in real life, just flexing how fast you can mash. Take a look at his smash attacks here. I do know this one has 3 hits, but it's really punishable. And I do know you could angle his forward smashes. But how good are they? Okay, 26. 22. Do they do different damages based on your angle? Nope. This is up smash. Okay. I've never seen it up smash before. So I guess it's probably a bad move because I've never seen any Shulks use it. There's up air. It's really huge. Okay. It's a hitbox lag. Landing up air. I guess the one thing I gotta look up is his frame data on his aerial, see what's safe and what's not safe. I figure most of the time I'll just be doing nair on shield a lot. Maybe like tomahawk grab people by conditioning them. That looks like my combo. Oh, it's gonna be really tight. Yeah, there you go. 20 damage. Okay. Forward tilt? Yep, forward tilt. That seems to be a better one right there. Forward tilt does a little bit more damage and a little bit more consistent. Oh, I can do forward air too. Yeah, okay. Look at this up out of shield. That's pretty fast. I wonder how good it is, how consistent it is. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that seems like a pretty decent out of shield option. Okay, well, that's gonna practice. I kind of understand his moveset at least, so we'll see how we do today. So here we are at the first weekly. I really don't expect to do that well today at all, but we'll see how it goes. I got a few friendlies in beforehand, and to be quite honest, they didn't go fantastically. Oh well, let's go ahead and meet our round 1 opponent. You never see it come back. You say that my mind is too fast for right. So I thought I opened up pretty well here. I landed a good amount of aerials and tilts and racked up damage pretty quickly. My main goal for these matches is just to get used to controlling Shulk. I feel as though that is the first big hurdle in picking up a new character. However, things took a turn for the worse once he got Arsene online. I ended up taking a bunch of side Bs. That's a situation I've never really had to deal with before since I've mained Game & Watch in the past and he has the bucket. I really have no idea how to deal with this side B spam. And that's also obvious to my opponent as well. He gathers a ton of percent this way. I learned a crucial lesson here right away about jumping off stage and running out of jump art. That makes my first SD of the night. However, I do take his stock pretty quickly off the Angel platform. I attempt to shark him under the platform in Buster mode to deal more shield damage, but it doesn't go too well. I get absolutely deleted by Arsene F smash at a pretty low percent. Later on, I attempt my first smash art and get a row read to get the KO with a dash attack at a pretty cheesy low percent. If the last stock he took deleted my stock at the same percent, this F smash against my smash art erased this stock from reality and all other alternative realities. That makes this my first set loss with this character. Here's hoping we turn around in round 2. Going into game 2, we exchange a lot of unoptimal combos and get a bunch of small little trades here and there. It was like this pretty much for the entire first stock. And neither one of us really swung the game in either side's favor. Since these are my first real matches, I really don't know how to open opponents up or what is safe to do. Eventually the stock does end when he catches my landing off a ledge jump with Joker's super fast up smash. During the next stock, I take damage really quickly from a couple of Arsene up smashes that catch my landings. However, I began to realize I have a problem with this character, and that I don't know any KO confirms, so I'm having a lot of difficulty getting any KOs. Luckily for me though, he SDs when trying to recover. And here's where I got my second SD of the night. And this is where I learned where you have to be pretty high up in order to get that cancelled backslash into ledge grab. I cover a few of his landings pretty well and mix up my shield pressure with some tomahawk grabs. However, things go worse for me as he gets Arsene and take huge damage from his boosted attacks. Eventually the match ends with an air dodge bait that he gets off a grab and punishes that with an Arsene up smash. Losing your first set definitely isn't how you want to start a tournament, and it's the first time that's happened to me in quite some time, No matter, I get quickly called into my next set. Going into round 2, I'm playing against a DK main. I start off game 1 pretty strong and rack up damage pretty quickly. Speed art is seriously a ton of fun. Probably what I'm looking forward to the most with this character. I accidentally choose Smash Art, but quickly change it to Buster and get some more pot shots. While in Smash Art, I was able to shark an up tilt, which I wasn't honestly expecting to connect. The DK answers back quickly and lands a side B into a forward smash to take the stock. During the next stock, I land some nicely placed aerials and read a spot dodge to land a grab and get some great percent on him. He lands a grab on me and once again misjudge how high up I have to be for backslash to grab the ledge. SD count moves up to 3. I'm starting to realize that Shulk's up B is kind of like an inevitable way to get a KO if your opponent is a high percent. I get him off stage, but don't really cover his ledge option correctly and get knocked off myself. I absolutely rob this game as I counter a giant punch to get a super cheesy KO at 36%. I think that's a great way to finish my first ever win with this character. Going into game 2, I was feeling more confident after my first game win. I chose Smashville as I thought the center platform would help with my up B, but it felt as though up B doesn't land as high as it should and doesn't reach the platform. Kind of weird. So here we are just trading blows. I lose the first stock by switching to Smash Art and get deleted by Giant Punch. Shortly after this, I switch to Jump Art and attempt an edge guard with a runoff Nair. It works, but I learned that you fall too quickly in Jump Art and that Nair lasts so long you'll always SD when doing this. So the next time I'm in that situation, I decide to add in a short hop before running off. However, I fast fall and it has the same result as before, and that was game 2. Currently 1-1, moving on to my elimination match. DK is a character who can really predict what he wants to do, since he has limited options on what good choices he has. I definitely got hit by his up B a lot in this match, when I could have shield arted and even got some punishes. In fact, I lose my first stock to an up B. We go ahead and play neutral for a bit, while I'm still learning what is and isn't safe on shield. I finally do react in time and attempt to switch to shield art, but I don't hold down the B button long enough, and since I was attempting to DI inwards, I instead get the jump art. I lose my second stock because of it. I eventually do take his stock with an up B out of shield. I didn't realize he was strong enough to KO a DK at this percent. I win neutral and take him off stage with a smash art, and finally do use the shield art against his up B. However, this was probably the least impactful one, due to my high percent and the fact that I was in the air. I barely dodge a side B, which would have ended the match right there. And then I go and exploit DK's terrible recovery and just spike him. I just completely blank here on my reaction and just stand there while he lands a side B. He finishes me off, and that makes the second round. I lose, and that knocks me out of the tournament. So that does it. I get double eliminated back to back and go 0-2. I technically don't get last place though, as my previous standings allowed me a higher seed, and with that let me start with a bye, so I get one space above last place. Either way, this was pretty much the result I was expecting. However, playing Shulk was a ton of fun. I felt as though I was a completely new player during my matches, and I know that I could keep improving with this character, and I am pretty determined in making PR once more. Speaking of the challenge, I have also decided that if I don't make PR this season, I will give it one more shot next season. That gives me a deadline of 2 seasons to make it onto PR with Shulk, just in case I don't make it with the first one. And hey, if I don't make PR this season, I can enter this season's Arcadian, which is a tournament where PR players are banned from entering, and I could enter that with Game & Watch and probably pick up a nice little paycheck from that one. Anyways, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and will continue with me on this journey. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed and will continue with me on this journey. Thanks for watching. Next time on PR from Scratch.
This was found very soon after the game's release, but until now many people still don't really understand how it works. So here is everything about Shulk's dial storage.